Now this is part 2 of comparing order decimals to the thousands using the equal sign, greater than or less than symbol. Now part 1, we already know how to determine which is equivalent and which is not equivalent. So now we have 4 decimal that we are trying to list them from. Let's do from greatest to least. Okay, so first of all, when we compare, we want to make sure they all lined up and we're comparing the exact same value. So I'm just going to begin to line them up. So I have a ones place, I have the tens place, I have the hundreds place, and then I have the thousands place. This is a 7 and 200, 1,000. Second number, I have a 2 and 7,000. I also have a 7 and 1/10. We already determined from part 1 that 7 and 1/10 is equivalent to 7 and 100,000. So we're just going to fill in those numbers and make sure we don't miss any place. Finally, we have 7 and 2,700. Again, I'm going to fill in my 0 so that I am comparing the right places. Now, just for the fun, I'm going to pick orange here. I'm going to begin with the largest place. I am looking for greatest to least. So I'm going to look for my big number, which is the greatest one. They're all 7. So it could be one of these 3. So then I'm going to move over to my 10th. And there is 2 of the same number as well, 2 and 2 in the 10th place. So I'm going to keep going to the hundreds place. Now the 7 is larger than 1, so that tells me this is the greatest number. Ooh, the orange didn't come out quite well, so let's go to purple. 1. Okay, so then that means second largest is going to be the 210. And then this is going to be the third largest, and finally the fourth. Now, that means I can write it in this sense. If I am going the greatest number, 7 and 270 thousands is greater than 7 and 21 hundredths, and it's greater than 7 and 1/10, and it's also greater than 2 and 7 thousandths. So we just basically listed from greatest 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. And when you do it this way, you can easily see from least to greatest. Just flip the order. You would have done both.